Well, guys, Papa laying out there on the side. I haven't seen where it just passed a truck with two CB antennas. The CB, the king of communication back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. And I'm smoking a JR Ultimate. It's got good color. It smells okay. It kind of bites a little bit at the beginning when you smoke it. I mean, what I mean by bite, it's the tip of the tongue kind of burns a little bit. So I've been calling around for marine mechanics, boat mechanics, and apparently everybody's busy as hell. I've been calling for the past 3 weeks and I can't find nobody. And just talked to a guy today. He says, I might go next week. You know, depending on this and that. So I'm gonna have to start working on the engine myself if I don't find somebody pretty soon. And they're charging a lot of money. And one guy wants $600 to check the engine. I'm getting $600. I can do the heads for 400. Just check them. No, actually, I can do the heads. They cost 100 a piece. It'll cost me 200 to get them checked. But I want to find out about the rest of the engine. So I got some other people that they're gonna call me back as soon as they're free. Next week sometime. So I'm pending. I'm hanging on that. In the meantime, I haven't been able to do much. There's another rainstorm coming next this weekend, and the temperature is right now it's in the 50s. It's not bad. But I went 4 days. Let's see. I went to this Wednesday. I went last Saturday, 5 days ago, and now the engine won't start at all. Before it started and it was making noise, and now it can't be started. So gotta wait until a mechanic goes over there and does the whole, check everything out. So anyways, just enjoying the afternoon, smoking a cigar. And when I see if I can have a little espresso in a little bit. Right, Papa? He slimmed down. He's down to 49, I think. Excuse me. While I shake this ash out of my butt. Oh, it's nice and breezy over here. Now, when I bought my flintlock for decoration, for the fireplace decoration, because I had a toy and I took it off, I didn't notice that. I just looked at it. I didn't really look at it. I just picked it up and it was the right size. And I said, okay, I'll buy it. And I bought it. It was cheap. I think it shoots. I haven't done anything with it, but what I'm getting at is that I didn't notice that it was a Hawkins, like the same rifle that Jeremiah Johnson in the movie, uh, he was supposed to have. Now I didn't know. I didn't look into the caliber. I don't know if it's a 50 or a 45, because I think they made a 45 also. I'm gonna join the video later with this one and show you the gun, because I think it's very interesting. Heavy as hell, because that octagonal barrel, it's heavy. But those guns last forever. You can probably make two ARs out of one of those things. So let's see what happens. Okay, guys. So I was talking about this rifle, an old-fashioned flintlock. It's got the rod and everything, and I just wanted this for decoration. So it has a double trigger system, and you let me see. The first one you set. Let me see. No, this one here you set. Okay, the first one here you set, and the second one fires. But I think being that this is supposed to be a very comfortable, I can't hold it like this because of my arm. You notice I can't stretch it out. So because of the weight, you have to bring it out here in the front. So I think it would have been better if this is the one that fires, not the first one, not the last one here. So you obviously you just touch it and it goes. Now, as far as the caliber, it says here 45. That's why I wasn't sure it was a 50 like the Hawkins that Jeremiah Johnson had in the movie, or the real Jeremiah Johnson. I think he had a 50. And this is it is a Hawkins that's made by Thompson Centers Arm, Rochester, New Hampshire. But it says Hawkins. And I went, whoa, it's a Hawkins. Beautiful. This thing is heavy duty steel. I mean, you can hit a bull with this and kill. It's heavy. But it's got beautiful wood, and everything works on it. And it has the little compartment here for the balls. It's got a deep pocket to put balls in there. I don't know how many. Probably 8 or 10. And got a little brass fitting. So it's a good gun. I mean, I guess if I buy the powder and the cap and everything else, I'm almost sure they still sell that, because some people, they like to shoot these guns. But it's very comfortable on the shoulder. It's got a nice brass plate here with the nice curvature. The wood, it's got the tiger stripes. Not all of it. In some areas, I saw a Kentucky rifle that had the long wood out to here, the forearm, and it did have the foregrip. It did have the tiger wood all the way through to the top. It was a beautiful gun. I saw that in a show a long time ago. And at the store where I bought this, they had a longer one. So this one goes to the middle of my torso. The longer one will be up to here, to my middle of my chest. But I thought it was just too long for what I wanted, and I said, this is fine, and it was a good price. And I always wanted to have a real one on the fireplace, a real gun. It's got a nice bead at the end there. So It so happens that I was complaining about not being able to get a mechanic. Let me turn my cigar on. And I called this guy that he was supposed to come and check out the engine, but he kept, you know, since 2 weeks ago that he was busy. And finally, I got him down for this weekend, this Friday. And he's going to come down for a couple of hours and check the engine out. And see if we can get that engine running and find out what's wrong with it. He's going to do a compression test, and I'm going to buy a can of spray and spray in the carburetor and see if we can get it going. Because if the engine is not running, he won't be able to give me a good diagnostics to find out what is wrong. You can't just put down the engine won't start. It has to start. It could be timing, could be off, getting a bad spark, not getting fuel in the carb. Could be several things. So once that's determined, then we can find out if especially the I don't think he's going to do a leak down test, but I think he's going to do the compression test to determine if the rings are good, bad, or ugly, and then go from there. So finally, I got one to, because there was another guy, he wanted to charge a lot of money. I said, no, I'm not going to, this guy's going to do it for less than half because you don't need to be there 6 hours, You could do it in a couple of hours, maybe less. And I want to be there helping. So I think he's bringing a helper too. So we're going to get that done. Finally, and then if I need to remove the engine, then I'll go from there. I'll start taking it apart. I'll call them and say, okay, disconnect it from everything, and then haul it over to a yard. They can lift it up with the crane. I already found out all about that. Put it in the truck, and I can take the engine to a shop. Easy peasy. Then bring it back, drop it in, reinstall it, and we're good to go. It's just that everything has to be done in a certain order. So my friend the mechanic keeps saying, oh, the engine is bad. He doesn't do diagnostic, he just guesses. The engine is bad, the engine is bad. I've been doing this for a long time. So I go, I know you've been doing it for a long time, and you're probably right, but I want to find out what part of the engine is bad. Are they all the pistons? Is it one piston? Is it three pistons? Is it the heads only? Gotta find out. If it's the heads only, I'm ahead of the game. All I have to do is take the heads out, get it done, put it back in, assemble it, and I can do that. But I have to do somebody that knows how to do the diagnostics and check everything out. For all I know, the timing move on the distributor and the damn thing won't start. Yeah. And I'm tired going up and down the ladder. It beats me up. When I get home, I'm all sore. My legs are sore because the engine, the floor of the hall has a curve. A slope. So one leg is higher than the other, and I'm leaning, and I'm making more, forcing more one leg than the other, and let him do it. And go from there. I don't feel like doing anything else until I get that engine worked out one way or the other. Then I can go ahead and start, while the engine's being worked on, I can go ahead and put my shocks on the truck. I haven't done that yet, basically because it's been cold or it's been wet and, raining and whatever. But once that's out of the way and it's on its way, the process of fixing it and going, then I can concentrate on doing that to the truck. And also I got to finish with the Blazer. So yeah, things are looking up. This is one beautiful piece. Now, I'm sorry I keep bouncing. Bolt to gun, gun to bolt. I'm already done with the bolt. I'm going to talk about this gun. I got a question. Is it necessary, or was it necessary, to have this much thickness in a barrel to shoot a 45 or either a 50 diameter caliber? Why was there so much steel into this design? It's black powder. It doesn't have a lot of force, a lot of energy. Why is the gun? Why was the gun designed to? Why were they making the barrel so thick? 45 caliber. Let me see if I have a 45 out here. Let me look at my mess. No, that's a 38. No, I don't have nothing there that that is a 45 diameter, unless I get a bullet from my 45 pistol, which is the same thing. But come to think of it, if I decide, let's say I'm going to load this thing, my books, information on powder and the measure of powder, has no information to load one of these things, because you can't use that powder. It has to be black powder to be used in this old gun. And I imagine there's a little booklet you can buy about how much powder to have. I have a horn, a powder horn here somewhere, that I had it for decoration. It's supposed to be hanging over there. I don't know. It's around here somewhere. It's a little messy. And then it has the little tip you take off, and then you can go, you know. But this is all guessing when you're doing this. So in the American Revolution, not the Civil War. In the Revolution, they were doing it by just counting 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. In Civil War, they had little pouches that you can bite and pour it in, and already had a measurement, and then you get your bullet and you ram it down. I don't know if they make those anymore, because I'm not into black powder. I haven't even seen a shop that carries that. You would have to make some online, find out, make some calls. And this this rod, this is wood. I would think it would be maybe brass or copper or something. Is wood. It's got the metal tip here and the metal tip here, and I don't know which is which. I think this is the one for the bullet, because it has a little cup. So if you have something like this, this is a wad cutter for a 38, and it will fit in there, and then you push it down. You push it down the barrel. I don't know what this tip is for. Maybe it's to push down the powder a little bit, pack it in, and then you push the bullet with this tip. It's I've seen some guys at the range shooting with the black powder, and you can hear it going kapoof, and then you see the white smoke. This looks like it. I see grain here, but I don't know what kind of wood this is. It's not bamboo. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it is wood. It's pretty straight. Um, so anyways, put it back in here. It's got a little bit of rust at the end. I gotta clean that up a little bit. And can you imagine hunting or even fighting with something like that? There's been some stories that the Indians could shoot 9 arrows or more by the time you take one shot of that. By the time you load it, cock it, and boom, you already got 9 arrows flying into you. It was known that the Comanches could fire more arrows because they would hold them in their teeth and the arrows were short, so they just, you know, they didn't really have a big quiver to pull it out. They had a few, but they knew how to shoot pretty fast. And there's a guy on YouTube that shoots arrows within 3 seconds. I think he shoots 5 arrows. That's dangerous. So imagine defending yourself with these, and you got a bunch of Indians, shooting, and you're going kapoof, kapoof, But they did it, I guess, That's why you have to travel in big groups. So if you're gonna do it by yourself, you'll be dead. So this is a 45 Hawkins. Never even thought that they made a 45. But it's a good gun. I like it. And the other one, you know what? I'm gonna go by that store and see the other one again. Even though I didn't buy it, I'm gonna see what caliber, just to know. Oh, I just noticed this. It has a cheek piece because it is a right-handed gun, which I can't shoot right-handed because I can't stretch it out. You have a cheek piece here, so you can put your cheek right there and go boom, and take a shot. Can't do it. So yeah, I saw one of these a long time, and it was a Turkish gun. I saw it in Pasadena, some gun shop. Those shops are probably closed by now. And the guy wanted back then, I think he said it was 380. Beautiful gun. It had Damascus steel and the wood, and it has some Arabian or Turkish decorations, little tacks and stuff. It was very interesting looking, and the curve here, it was very pronounced. It had this long piece and it had a metal with a little ball at the end, but the curve was more pronounced, so you can actually, I don't remember if it was on top or on the bottom. I think that what they used to do is it'll hook on your shoulder. It'll hook on your shoulder, and you just hold it like that. The weight in the front, all the rest of the gun was resting on your shoulder in the perfect spot because that hook held it from the top, and you can shoot a lot more comfortable. That gun is probably gone. Some collector probably took it. There's a lot of guns that from the old days are very hard to find and very expensive. The collectors, I'm not a collector. I can't afford to be a collector. The collectors will pick those up like hotcakes. Incredible the technology back then. All right, guys. I'm gonna see if I can do a video. I'm not gonna video the mechanic. He probably doesn't want to be online, on video. I'm just gonna video afterwards the results. Going back to the boat again to see if he tells me, okay, the engine is shot, or you need heads, or whatever it is. All right, guys. I'll keep you posted, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.